we got 3 Horror Stories animated compilation by C Entertainment. This is the thing. I got the idea from the GOAT of gaming, Corey X Kenshin, and also Jay from the Cub Scouts. He started doing this too, but they react to these stories and maybe give you a little insight, provide commentary to things in their life and stuff like that. I thought it was a cool concept, and I wanted to do it. But here's the catch. I didn't ask the creator if I can react to this stuff. FBI, open up! So look, it will be in the description, the link to this video and to his channel. Okay, Corey's and Jay's channel will be linked in the description because, well, really, I don't know who. I think Corey did it first, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna get linked. The point is, I want to do this, so I'm doing it. If the content creator, C Entertainment himself, contacts me, which my business email will be in the description, if C is seeing this, and you want me to take it down, or just strike my video, which I don't want you to do, I will take the video down. But with all that being said, let's get into it. I'm ready. I almost got kidnapped by strangers.
I'm 24, and this happened 5 years ago when I was 19. I was conducting an online transaction on a site called Alks, which is similar to Craigslist. It's an online app where you can see items being sold by random strangers, and all you have to do is make a call and meet up. I was looking for a cheap sweater for my trip to Japan the following week. After several minutes of scrolling, I came across an ad with exactly what I was looking for. A Korean-style female fur sweater for just 300 pesos.
You didn't have to do that. You know that, right? You could have went to Redbubble or, I don't know, Amazon or something. Why that fake version of Craigslist? Did you just want a higher risk of getting murdered? I don't know. That's just how I think. It's stupid.
About $6. It was perfect. I had issue with it. The meetup point was at the LRT train station at 8 p.m.
Please tell me you didn't agree to meet up at a train station at 8 p.m. for a sweater.
You stupid.
If you actually showed up for that, that's natural selection. Anything that happens is 100% your fault.
Because the seller was too busy at work. I decided, what the heck? It's a public place anyway. I called the owner and we had a quick convo. He sounded like a strict guy, but I asked him when we could meet up. He responded, tonight at 8 p.m. sharp.
Stupid.
I said sure. But this recklessness of mine is what I regret the most.
You should.
I arrived at the meeting place at 7:58 p.m. It was really empty.
And you
I was sure I was the only person in the station. It was a cold night in November, and I eagerly awaited warming myself with my coat. Honestly, I'm the kind of girl who's comfortable wearing a sweater even when it's hot. I was sitting on a bench when the clock ticked 8 o'clock, when suddenly someone covered half of my face with a scarf with a really strange scent. I fell unconscious.
Are you serious? Are you serious, bro? You just got hit with that old school Splinter Cell Hitman Bill Cosby tactic, bro. How were you not aware of your surroundings? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
As I woke up, I found myself in a van with 4 guys, my wrists handcuffed behind my back. I asked the man what they wanted and to please let me go. Tears began to fall from my eyes. But then, one of the guys touched my face and said, "It's our first time ever tasting a beautiful girl like you."
Oh, nah. Y'all on cold red right now. I don't know. Is this safe for YouTube? I'm scared to press play. What the heck?
Kept on crying and shouted, "Please, I want to go home, please." The guy next to me choked me, shouting that I needed to shut up. I tried to resist, but my eyes started to roll back in my head. He stopped, but it was taking a long time for me to catch my breath. I looked out the window and saw a checkpoint lane. For the first time in my life, I was so glad that the authorities had permission to check the van. But the guy next to me reached for a gun, a really big gun. Knowing this was my only chance, I found the strength to shout and cried out, "Officer, please help! They have a gun!" The two officers immediately grabbed their guns, one shooting at the tires, the other aiming for the man next to me.
What? What officer of the law is on go like that, bro? There is no... What? Bro, wherever y'all from, y'all need to come to Michigan. Because we need help out here. In Saginaw. Detroit especially. Flint a little bit. You know, I'm just saying. I've never seen an officer disarm a man from inside the car. And you know what? That's just... I don't know. I don't know. No officer of the law is on go like that.
The officer shot him in the head.
Oh no!
I never thought I'd witness such a thing in my life. One of the officers carried me out of the van, and I passed out moments later. I woke up the next day in a hospital bed. My parents were there, crying and asking me what happened. I told them the truth, that I was buying a sweater online. But I suddenly snapped. I cried and cried, saying, "Please help. Please help." Since then,
What?
I've had to go to a psychiatrist to recover from mental instability and anxiety. And it should go without saying, but I never ever want to buy anything online, ever again.
You just went through the wrong means. That's just your own fault. I don't know how I feel about that story, to be honest with you. But, as you can see, the next story is Crazy Old Guy. Let's give it a watch.
When I was 7 or 8 years old, my parents used to take me to this beach cafe in our town. It had a pool, and the cafe was right next to the beach. The family that owned the cafe were my family's close friends, so I spent a lot of my childhood there. The best part about the beach is that when you pass the cafe and the playground, there's a lot of sand and a net for volleyball. As kids, my friends and I would always play there. One ordinary summer night.
Hold on. I'm sorry, but what is he doing to that sand? Look at him. Nobody is that excited to play with some sand. Hold on.
Past the cafe and the playground, there was a lot of sand and a net for volleyball. As kids, my friends and I would always play there.
I don't know what you and your friend was up to, but okay, I'm done.
An ordinary summer night, there was quite a few of us playing in the sand, making castles and doing other things. All of a sudden, I heard a noise behind me in the bushes.
He's still playing with that sand, bro. Okay, I'm gonna stop pausing it. Y'all might want to actually hear this story. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm done.
All of a sudden, I heard a noise behind me in the bushes, right where the sand ended. I should mention that there were woods around the whole place, but it wasn't deep or anything. I was a brave kid, so I just brushed it off as being a cat or animal of some sort, and continued to play. However, when I looked up at my friends, who were now quiet and staying still, I got the chills. I noticed that all of their eyes had widened. They were staring at me, or rather at whatever was behind me. The shock kicked in, and I felt like I was going to faint. I started shaking. I didn't even want to turn around. But when I felt something cold on the back of my neck, that was the last straw. What? I started running full speed towards the cafe filled with people, and my friends immediately followed. You should have ran from the beginning. There were 6 children crying and screaming at the top of our lungs. I remember finally clinging to my mom and crying in her arms. Soon after, the sound of sirens followed by police cars parked in front filled the air. When the adults talked to the police, my friends and I were confused. I still didn't know what was behind me, so I asked my oldest friend in the group, who was 10 years old and talking to his dad. It turns out there was this crazy old guy who robbed a lady and stabbed her to death not so far away from here.
Damn.
My friends told me he appeared behind me smiling like a sick clown. He was holding a knife and pressing it against the back of my neck.
I mean, you could have put two and two together and found that out.
From then on, I never stayed far away from the cafe when the sun went down. And thankfully, they caught the guy.
Yeah, get off my screen with that. Wanna be Pennywise. Another old lady stalker? What's up with the creepy old
This
lady?
happened a little over 20 years ago.
He sounded like he using my mic. What was that? Wow, okay, I'm sorry. It's just the quality was... we gonna play.
I was 10 years old and my sister was 6. We grew up in a small town, raised only by our hardworking mother. It started when school was nearly finished for the year. The nights were late because my sister was up all night crying about a witch. Anyway, my mother started receiving odd calls once in a while at work.
I need one of your children.
What the heck? That sounds so freaking fake. What are the odds that this crazy witch lady is gonna call her at work and just say that? I don't know.
Mom figures it was some stupid prank and ignored it. But then she started receiving calls daily. Eventually, she was receiving a call most nights at our home. She reported it to the police, and they said whoever was calling was using random payphones. There wasn't much they could do about it.
Wow. Where do you live that still has payphones? You gotta be somewhere weird, like Wisconsin or Alabama. Y'all know about Alabama. We don't have to get a part of that, but that's, I don't know. I've never seen a payphone in person, and if I have, I don't know.
So she had both her work and home number changed.
How do you get the work number changed? This is a whole lie. Nah.
One night around 10 or so, there was a frantic knock on her door. Mom looked out through the window and saw a lady with long hair in her 60s.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pausing it too much, but why they had to play that loud sound like that?
Not knowing her, Mom went near the locked door and asked what she wanted. The lady asked if she could come inside because she was in a car accident. Mom said she would call the police for her and told her to wait outside. There was a pause.
No, don't call the cops.
Mom thought this was strange and started walking to the phone. Immediately again, a banging on the door. Mom ran to the phone and looked out the window to see the lady staring at her.
I was waiting on you at the door.
She coldly said,
Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children.
What the heck?
Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children.
If you don't go out there and fade that old lady, bro, I'll be out here looking like this. It'll be over for her. She catching all the hands.
She kept repeating it until Mom noticed flashing lights of police approaching. and she left. The police searched everywhere and kept a car outside each night for a week.
How y'all not catch an
Nothing.
old lady?
A few weeks later, summer finally started and my sister wasn't having the nightmares anymore about the witch. We were at one of my baseball games and my mother was talking to a teacher at my sister's school and telling her what happened. The teacher said,
"Oh, it sounds like your stepmother."
Mom looked back confused and said she doesn't have a stepmother. The teacher's face turned white. A while ago, a lady in her 60s would come watch the children play at lunch. She said she was my mother's stepmom and liked to watch my sister at lunch. She reported it again to the police and they checked camera footage. Sure enough, on a faraway park bench, there was an old lady most lunchtimes. They noticed she was always coming from the woods, so the police did a search and found an old shanty shack type of place. It had old blankets and a fire pit, and it had pictures she had drawn of us. That was the last time we ever heard of her. When summer was ending, my sister started having the nightmares of the witch again. Mom asked why she was getting scared again, and she said,
"Because she comes to school and watches us."
the witch was the old lady.
Man, you serious? I'd be like, girl, if you don't get your old Golden Girls, Betty White, Robin Williams in the dress looking self out of here before I snap your neck, she doing too much. Trash. But look, that's the end of the video. Hold on, let me show you. Juan C Entertainment. He makes great content, okay? Again, please don't copyright strike me, Juan C Entertainment. My email will be in the description. Please message me, I'll take the video down. Please. Okay, so that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We out.